That's very untypical. Don't be afraid until like 10 to 20 past 2 and it's like turned up like, I don't know, 3 hours earlier. It's typical. Lol. Good morning guys, it's a little bit later than normal, but I'll be filming just after 10:30 this morning because obviously I'm running late. But hope you guys are having a great day. We're back with the model railway today. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do today in the sense of how I'm going to plan it out, but I'm going to run some trains I think to start off with. Then we're going to try to put in some change of track, maybe, see how time goes, because obviously the sidings still need to be where they need to be for all the HSTs, which I did cover in the video of last week's part, and I did mention the fact that there needs to be a siding there as well for the HSTs for the summer. Of course, yeah, so I'll start off running trains and then we'll work our way into the changing tracks, and maybe a little bit of scenery as well. And of course there's the freight train too. I nearly forgot that one. So you guys are enjoying your day, what your plan is today. Are you playing the train or going through the road trains or whatnot? You're going to have a great day with your fancy. Yeah. I'm going to be at Exeter and Liscard next month. So there's one stopping time down at the end of the month, or next month. So I'm going to be down there. And the end of April, in Fine Scotland. Starting pretty awesome and put all those things all pretty together. As we're running around, we'll start off from the tripod and then we'll work our way into going down on the board. As you're running around, I'm going to, on the inside, I'm going to change the outside line in about next 10 to 15 minutes. I'm going to change the side of the corner point that's down here, going to change in the back of where the HST is sitting. I need that side to put all my HSTs into. Something also, I need to put those two things together with the one in the far corner. Well, obviously I can't do it quite that easy because it's the room I own goes into. So I have to put it in that corner. And then obviously the two sidings, possibly the fourth one will be the cross country of the two eventually. The ceilings are still sitting at the moment. But my main goal for this year is to get my design done, get my layout sorted, get it up to scratch. Some texture lines, getting a little bit more, couple more models for this year. There's a couple of new HSPs, and there'll be a couple of maybe one or two freight trains for this year. And of course there might be a few maybe just after Christmas, but yeah, we'll work on that later on. But for today's video, I just want to focus on this layout really for today's video. I'm not really too bothered about doing too much scenery today, but I want to work on the track itself today, and it's kind of designing my dream layout, but putting to the sidings how I want them to look once I bring back cork and ballast to put down underneath them. Once I know what track point start I want from this layout, then I can have really sort of shuffle the slot around and then really bind these two things together, and then you've got a really awesome sort of setup going. It's not big, it's small, don't get me wrong, it's small. In fact, I can do things like this. I can combine this sort of awesome structure of a layout, even if it's smaller in double O. Like this. It's only a perfect oval. There's a couple of sidings on both sides, but you know it works perfectly fine. So I'm going to take inside track piece off now. I have to ride the outside train still running, because I'm not going to do that one massively today, but I'm going to turn this music so that maybe a sort of suitable according to inside line can do. I want to get more corner point, that's the main thing for us, getting this track sorted. Get some corner points through in there. So I'm going to take this track off. If you want to see what I'm doing, guys, I will give you a close-up video of it. I'm going to slow her down a little bit. Let me take you off the tripod. Oh, apologise, guys. You might have to bear with me for a second. Better? Kind of. Yeah, the lens, I don't know if it needs a good wipe, or I'm not too sure. But yeah, the light in here is not great, because it's quite gloomy outside today. So, you know, I have to do what I can to make it look awesomely good, but I'm trying to zoom in without it needing focusing too much. I'll bring you down so you can go and see. So yeah, the point's going to be additional points put into the siding. It's a price below less than the 90 you want me to do a live stream at some point. And I will do a live stream if you guys want me to do a live stream, I will do it. I'm happy to do a live stream. I did say I was going to go live soon anyway, so won't be today. I might go live because there's no train running, train running this week. It's actually Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday to Sunday or something like that. So yeah, it's basically I'm going to be seeing the trains tomorrow because they're not on strike tomorrow. So there will be some mainline videos tomorrow instead of Thursday, but that's because they're on strike until the end of the week. So I'm going to try to catch some of them in before they all go on strike. I know how many people think that many times the trains go on strike, you can't go to your favourite area of the railways and go and see them. I get it. I do get it actually. I do understand why people get annoyed when they can't just go to the railways they want to during the times when Network Rail, you know, all the others like to people take them to the railway area and the trains will suddenly go on strike again. But yeah, I guess there must be a reason for why they keep striking, and I don't know why. Probably maybe because they're not getting paid what they want. Probably. Most likely it's going to be that, because I mean the trains they run on, well the trains that they own, in fact, they are, well, I'm not going to say they're outdated, crikey. I'm not going to say that, but I know for a fact they're pretty old, some of them, but I do like the old stuff on the main line, to be honest. It's pretty cool. But, I mean, like the castles and all that, they're really quite awesome trains to have on the railway, but sometimes when one person complains about the fact something's not quite right, or something's being in the way or something, then people pick up on that. But I would like to own, I mean I would never could own a castle to see in real life, but I would like to own one. Probably people ask me why would you like to own a HST castle or the cross country one. And the reason because I would like to own one is because I'm fond of the HSTs. If I wasn't, I wouldn't buy all the HSTs that I do for the model stuff. So, you know, and I will apologise in advance because how madly windy it is outside today. You know, the one thing that puts me off videos is, well, apart from my mental health anyway, that is the weather. When it's weather like this, it can be just pretty hot filming. It's really windy. So, I can't help that, because even me, I'm not that powerful. Like, me having control of the wind, that would be something, but it would never happen. Next. What are you doing about the railway? Well, as you can see, the railway just has some, well, this corner has got some issues as it is, but adding to it, like what I just did, I didn't want to add to it in a way. Alright, well, run some trains up later on. I'll come back to this because I don't want to destroy the scenery. But yeah, the track is a little bit disarrayed with the area, but That's alright, because we won't ruin it. I also hope you guys are having a great day, whatever your plan is today, if it's your birthday, or it's your friend's birthday or whatnot. And I wish you all the best for your friend's birthday, and do a great day, or whatnot. If anyone, when I do the next live stream, if anyone's joins the live stream when I do next to a trend review, or when I do my companion dog videos, which will be during the late summer, depending on what time you turn up. And then if your birthday's on that day, when I'm filming on the day, let me know in the comments below and I'll do a birthday song for you. Well, I'll play one for you. As long as it's not in, copyrightable or anything. But yeah, I will play a birthday song for you if it's your birthday. Then, I mean, it's a bit like Sam, he does birthday stuff, he does his own version of the birthday song. I think he's got the terrific birthday song or something silly. But yeah, I've got to play a small version of a birthday song without being too long. But yeah, that's what I'll do for the future of the channel. If anyone's birthday comes up on my channel when I'm doing live streams, then I'll play it for you. The only thing I would need to know is your name. So, I just need to know your name to who this birthday song goes to. So, I'll play it just for them. So yeah, that will be what I will plan on doing at some point in the next, probably, well, if it's anyone's birthday today, then I wish them a happy birthday. Hope your birthday goes well. Not always everyone's birthday goes well because of the weather. It's probably a little bit lacking on that, and the train strikes as well, and we're going further afield. Then yeah. Train staff can be a little bit of a nuisance, especially with the railway striking often, because there's not enough people taking them on the role, basically, being a train driver. Hey, yeah, long. When I was a kid, I got into YouTube and all that. I always got fascinated by trains, to the point I would always like the idea of driving them, but since I've done YouTube and I'm, taking so much time up with other things now, I'm not really that bothered with jobs, to be honest. I mean, the hard work you get from it, and how lucky you will get. And obviously there is advantages, I guess, from it, but enjoyment out of it, because obviously most people wouldn't even consider basically riding the railways without the enjoyment factor of it. And then, yes, obviously I would like to get inside the train cab, but although I hate just the castles before they go off the main line. But no, I'm not really interested in job. YouTube is my job, and I do this for a living. Also, I don't get paid or anything from it, but it's just a fun little job that I do for myself, and you guys seem to enjoy it too. And I film a lot of the mainline trains. But yeah, I'd like to be in the cab of the HST to do. I mean, everyone has their thing they wouldn't like doing, but someone else comes up instead. But yeah, I always wanted to be a train driver, but my conditions wouldn't allow me to have that happen. But would I really want to do it for something I don't think? Well, obviously because I'm doing YouTube a lot now, if I'm making those things a lot of time, I know that for it. But yeah, I'm changing that to it's supposed to be a small bit. I do very great support for those who do Python for a living. I do support them for it. But obviously for myself, I just really all that bother. People might think that I'm just following the ethics, but no, it's just not really that bothered for them. I'm happy with my life that I've got. I'm born a bit out and after anything in my life and then I still completely different story again. But yeah, it's gonna be great once I get out, but at the time being while I'm waiting around to get up there then use stuff. I mean I can sort of thought in my mind what is going to go on here as be next to me, but I can't physically know what it's gonna be like until I see her, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to say the least. The idea of having my new companion doll is going to be awesome. If you want to see a companion doll video, then I would recommend to watch it on my me and my companion doll YouTube channel. Go and check it out. It has called Love Dolls in the end of it, but yeah, I do have a companion doll channel now, so if you want to check it out, by all means do. I have no issue with that at all. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing her. And I hope you guys do too when I put my first topical companion doll video up on the network. I don't know why I use this network, it's not something using modern dog handles, but on YouTube, essentially just doing my companion doll video, reviewing my new companion doll. And everyone's got their own way of doing their all and point of views and stuff. Not everyone will see it, and not everyone will like it. Some people, but I think like some people love the idea of having a companion doll, and I do too. And I don't interact with people, except for you guys on YouTube, but I don't really interact with most people outside of the YouTube and outside my friends who do videos. I don't really interact with much amount of people. I'm not all that, not really all that bothered about it most of the time. And there's some people like, well, certainly for my mum, she certainly likes to warn me things that because I think it's better for me, for my health, mental health, or whatnot. But, I don't know, I mean, yes, it's great points about it, but I don't feel necessarily to need to interact with people if I don't want to, you know what I mean? I like to Took away the mind. As for the freight train, yeah, there's going to be a lot of freight train action somewhere on the plan. I'm not quite sure where I look at the freight train proper yet. The freight train is going to be organised a bit. It's because it's really difficult when you've got so many sidings. I really want to work with it and have a full functioning layout into scale. That we've obviously doing, and I would like to go a slightly bigger section of this out, be a little bit bigger, 10 inch by 2, I think by 3, so everyone will fit in, but yeah, it's a slightly problem when you have limited space, even when you're in one way. The limited space just make it very affordable? I don't know what it would actually be honest. It wouldn't be, but I mean people want to live in the same region. There's that upside about doesn't make them come on the end and there's also the down point being that it's well, I mean Joe like me once I can only go I spend my life with just viewing and videoing and being around the train to in that way. Then, get the hobby way and dedicate to a hobby only is. I mean, it's no different than those people who choose a path, it's very different. I mean, it's a form of hobby in a certain way, but it can be also a form of dedication, depending on what you see it as. And I guess for everyone, whatever path they take in life, it's a form of dedication or hobby, doing something they like. It's not just something on the side, a hobby is more for the fact that they can do it as a side project. Instead of, looking at it as something that's like completely out of the ordinary. If anyone told you saying hobbies from young people, well, I would say that if you're saying someone is saying to you you're too old for a hobby, then that's completely nonsense because everyone is allowed to have a hobby until the day they're really old. As long as you can afford it, that's what is important in the matter when you have a hobby, it's the matter if you can afford it. And of course, with the modern day society where people are in the most thinking state, it's really difficult to interact. Not just in the dog community's companion dogs, but it's also in the train hobby community and the train enthusiasts like myself. You have people struggling that for the right people in your life, and it's kind of difficult. So it's life is never easy, and it's got harder to come in. And I'll be honest with you, yeah, I don't know why, but when I open her up, there's a lot of click, click, click sound. I don't know what's dragging it, but I think it's a bit from the photos and driving one. But yeah, I'll be able to do the scenery a little bit better, but kind of bear in mind at the moment, doing other things. Getting excited about having a companion dog. Looking forward to having my I think everyone's right. Have a relationship with their companion dogs they want. But obviously there is a risk to not say if you're viewing your companion dog on YouTube, then just don't expose any inappropriate parts of your companion dog's YouTube, because YouTube do have a strict policy. So when I'm viewing my new companion dog when I get her on my companion dog YouTube channel, I'm going to basically keep her covered once I get her out of the box, and then make sure once I'm filming it, it will be exposed on camera, but once I edit it, those bits will have been taken out. Just for the safety of YouTube, and with the younger viewers who might look further in the future down the line, they might want something the same, their own benefit. Then obviously that's, newer generations want companion dogs instead of real relationships, which is fine. I completely understand why people want that as an option, but, and like myself, I've been through trials with wrong people, and I've been in trials with seeing experiences with, people have taken advantage of others. And I was one of those people who took people taking advantage of me because they thought it was a good idea. But, and relationships that don't last very long these days, because I was someone sleeping with someone else, and then it goes sort of both ways for both genders. But yeah, it's not nice when you get someone who's supposed to care for you, and then they end up having a busy having a flirt with someone else, just for all the wrong reasons. Then yeah, it's just completely, utterly. I mean, who can say who is what's the right word? Who's saying who's right, who's wrong? If you know what I mean. I mean that's something that I can always say. Who's right, who's wrong? That someone is right and the other one's wrong. Or is it the fact that someone saying something to make it sound it's not true, and then they tend to self-deny about it? Then, I mean, the true question is the person whoever caused the problem to start with, then maybe that's the cause of it, I guess. I don't know. I've never been in a real relationship, and I don't really want to. I had a bad experience doing the trials with a real person once, of that sort of category, but it's a long time ago, and obviously, as life does, moves on. But not everyone does. Not every human being moves on in that way. They tend to just keep coming back and keep trying it. usually until the point someone gets bored of it, but yeah, that's the way some people are, and sometimes you have to accept the fact that people are just like that for very bizarre reasons. I can't understand why, because sadly I knew people like that, like that, and well, let's say it, well, let's face what's the word, the right word for saying face the fact that some people are like that because, well, they just want attention, really. They always want attention. Because they're really lucky ones that like showing off their fancy gadgets to the people who want. They're all pretty. Yeah, they're kind of like attention seekers. They are the sort to cause trouble like that. Instead of paying attention to that person, pay attention to me. Which happens to many people. Happened to me. And obviously I got over that pain as an adult. But yeah, I tell you what, it's not nice, but people are the way they are because probably made this. It has been bad mistreated as a child, I don't know. Or their own personal experience, they might not have been keen on the fact of something happened to them. Whoops, what happened? Oh. But my train fell over before, but it didn't. It was because one of my camcorder batteries. But yeah, I got over that issue. And most people remembering me from school wouldn't remember what I look like now. I can tell you that much. They wouldn't recognise me probably. It was so long ago. Not I really had massive bad experience at school because most of my happy times were when I was at school. And then things changed. How can we try to fix this point issue? What I'm looking at the moment is trying to decide what point is going to be best for this. I just don't have a smegging clue. You might see in most videos these days, which might be saying smegging, that's fine because obviously it's not going to be being a slap on the wrist, is it? Called smegging, because obviously there's no real offensive words to be involved with it. But yeah, for some maybe, but for most it wouldn't be a problem. What am I going to do with when I get my Class 150? Well, when I get my Class 150, which will be at some point, yeah, it doesn't sound great, does it? I don't know what's caused it, but the motor and this, something in the motor. I don't know what's causing it, as I say. I have given this thing a service, but yeah, I can see that the fact that this wheel on the outer side is literally covered in dirt. I'm being really careful about these plastic covers because I'm not going to do a full service today on the HSD. I just really want to get her cleaned and make sure she's running smoothly as possible. And I don't want to yank the body off either because there's got the thin wires underneath, and the last thing I want to do with those thin wires is to break them. And there's the ones that pick up the lights for the unit. So the cab lights, directional lights and all the other bits. So what I might do is pull out the Class 58, do some thread on the outside today. I'm still working on the sidings, so you know, I'm doing the best I can. I only have so much hands available today. But I'm going to take the wheels out, give these a clean. I don't know if I got a paintbrush spare, but what I'm going to do is take all the driving wheels out, give them the unit, basically the cogs, a bit of a dry over, because it's got so much build up of grit, dirt and all the other bits and pieces, which is not ideal when you're cleaning a unit of this price. Since I got this last year, they're really getting more and more difficult to hold on to, the Premium Junior HSD sets. I got this lucky, it was just pure luck last year to get this when I did, and I'm very grateful, can't use the right word properly today. I'm not entirely sure if you can still get them in this livery and this premium version still from Hornby through eBay. I don't know if they still sell them on eBay, these premium ones, but I was very lucky and fortunate to buy them when I did last year because they were going through something crazy. People buying them, purchasing them and then selling them for those who lose interest very quickly on them. Then, yeah, there's some people who sell their trains because they get into the hobby, they don't know where the hobby's going to go for them, and they sell it after and they instead they want something else in return. But yeah, sometimes life is a bit like that, and I'm just a lucky one really when it comes to model trains. I'm always looking for some new ones, HSTs and cross country HSTs and the Prescott Western and GWR Castles, and also of course the 80s style Intercity colours and the Interswallow. So there's many liveries I'd like to get in time, but obviously being at cost and forwarding it all is a real pain in the bum because yes, they don't come cheap. And I would say 90, maybe 125% of people, or about 90% of people, will probably keep it, no matter how much it takes to look after something so expensive. And it goes the same for the people who have a relationship with their companion dogs. It's the same sort of thing. You look after your trains or your companion dogs, they will last you a long time. They'll last you several lifetimes if you look after them well. Then, yeah, you could have many experiences with your companion dog or your favourite train to last you a lifetime, because if you look after them well, then they will serve you well for a long time. And same with cars or motorcycles or any other vehicle in real life. If you look after them, then they will last you a long time. It's all about caring your units on models. Same with companion dogs. If you look after your companion dog and make sure that she's getting the best clean service basically for her unit or her TPE or silicone body, it needs to look after it. She should last you a long time. Also, sometimes with the the companies don't always tell you how long they can potentially last, but some of the YouTubers I watch, I would say if you look after your models well, or your dolls well, they will last you a long time. And it goes for model trains too, your hobby, they will last you a long time if you look after them. They will last you a really long time. I'm not even kidding, because model trains, even though they're expensive with what's it, see how much you sound smoother now? So just give it a... Yeah, the back clip is hanging a little bit low, but that's alright, because the idea was basically stopping and making that clickety clack sound. There we go. And stop at a full stop. Yeah, you can't hear that weird noise anymore. Don't worry. And that's the thing you want to hear, is make sure she doesn't sound like what she did earlier. Otherwise you might have to face some problems of dealing with her. You can hear her at low speed. She's still running a lot more smooth than she was earlier today. Because I have my favourite train being the HST form, I am very careful to make sure once she's been serviced, I take the body off, well not the body off, but basically the clips to hold the bogies in. I take her off, get those oils a bit of a clean, and then a bit of oil, and get her the tracking solution, get her moving. And you can see the difference between the train performance. Now, if you haven't got a train as smooth as this one, but they're your HSDs, then you want to just give them a good quick clean over, and then just get their oil on the driving pieces, and then give them track cleaning solution to clean the wheels. Then you've got your solution of track cleaning solution, basically helping those units perform better. Because I haven't got any of that at the moment, I am just relying on using a tea towel to dry and clean off the dirt off the track. Which I know is not ideal, but sometimes it needs must. I will get new track cleaning solutions soon, but I haven't got round to it yet. Yeah, I went down on the train to Par last week, which was pretty awesome. I'm glad they did, to be honest, but because obviously the trains are on strike again this coming week. So if you want to see the trains go on the Tuesday this week, tomorrow, if you go to mainline train stuff and you want to film, I would recommend going tomorrow, because they won't be on strike tomorrow. But for the rest of the week they are, which means for those who want to film multiple trains, then you can, but you won't see that very much at all, because obviously there won't be much, because they're on strike again for some bizarre reason. I don't know why they're always on strike. I don't get it. It's like they've gone to a thing where they just keep on striking for some bizarre reason. But yeah, trains, generally speaking, they don't go on strike as often as they have done recently, but you need to stop striking, because they're not going to help the passengers to get where they need to go. Obviously, the train enthusiasts, they might want to see to turn up. This inner one now is going to be the 150. The if I get a new 150 this year, which I might, that's going to be sitting in there. The HST is going to be sitting back in there a little later on. The far inner one it's going to be the Class 43 HST in cross country and fighting one, and then there's the Junior. Then you've got GWR Castle, and then we've got the First Great Western train in the HST form. Pretty cool to get them all going, but yeah, need to space them out a little bit. So we need to space these lot out just a little bit to make sure they're all going to be working well when it comes to the end. Let me push those out a little bit. How many trains are going to be running on this layout? Well, for the most part, quite a lot. It's going to be quite a lot of trains running here. I think the most biggest one, it needs a track piece that's too big. What I might do with this piece of track at some point, there we go, we've got the silence of the First Great Western HST set, just there. Got the GWR disc there. And of course we've got the GNR HST, which I'm going to bring a background now. We're going to insert in the carbon. And yeah, she sounds smooth now because I moved all the dirt off her, so she'll run smoothly as possible. And she'll serve me well for a long time too. The only thing I would know for the fact that the only slightly concerned thing about this train is the wires for the lights are going to be the main issue. Of course you can get replacements for those sort of things if they do go, but they're not cheap. I'm just tired today and I've had a bit of a crap night's sleep. I'm going to check the time and we'll see if we can get more scenery and trains going too. 10:30. Crikey, time has gone quick today. I will finish at 10:37 because that's the time I started. I started at 9:37, so I'll finish at 10:37. So got a little bit longer today. Generally speaking, I wouldn't film this late, but I need to get other things done. So yeah, it's not going to be easy, to say the least, but why is there always a particular corner always cause a problem? And this one is probably exactly the same. After my filming done, I've got some housework to do, which would be pretty awesome. I won't bring the fencing into the model fencing. Has been painted like it, I bought it in, forgot. Right, got a few minutes. Well. Hey Siri, how long is it until 10:37? How long is it until 10:37 this morning?
It's 5 minutes until then.
I've got 5 minutes. 5 minutes and then I'll head in. And I'll get these all recorded, uploaded for you. And I might have to remove some certain parts of it, but that'll be okay. Put her on the inside track, leaving her next to the class 43s. It's cool to have a little siding for the 58, even though it's only a little one. But it's cool to have a propped up to one side near the class 43. But okay, let's end the video off with running one of these steam engines. We can run more into, well, on Wednesday I think, because I'm going to be at the main line tomorrow. Best day for it, and they're not on strike tomorrow, so it'd be nice to run some of those tomorrow. Here she comes. Still just have our hand fun today. The click will go, I think it's just doing the connector rather than making that weird noise. And yeah, I want a bunch of sliding through all the engines. Got a lot of power too. Here it comes, and it's going to go backwards this time. Pretty awesome, isn't it? But yeah, I'm gonna end it here in a minute. Yeah, it's actually fun. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. I hope you have a great day. Look after yourselves, take care. And I'll see you guys at the mainline train station, whatever station I'll go to tomorrow. I might go to Los Vivial for a change. So I will see you guys at Los Vivial tomorrow. Probably in the afternoon. So I hope you guys have a great day. Look after yourselves, take care, and peace out. Around that bend. Double header. Wow. Definitely going out of and it got an open nose.